Hello everyone. With booths now opening up to unlimited council booth selections, let's review how to release a booth selection, how to get on the wait list for a booth, and we'll also take a look at how to request approval for a My Sales booth, and then how to cancel a My Sales booth if your troop is unable to do it. First up, how do you release a council booth selection that you already have? You can do it right from your dashboard. This troop dashboard looks a little odd, but it's because it's not a real troop. It's a demo troop for, among other things, how-to training videos. Releasing a council booth is super easy. You can do it right here from your dashboard. You see your calendar here, and this lists your upcoming booths. And just below that, you see the little red release button. Click on the release button, and you'll see this pop up, just to confirm that you actually do want to release the booth. Because once it's done, it can't be undone. So do you want to release the sale? Yes. Hit OK. Hit OK one more time, and it's gone. Now, what if there's a hotspot booth location in your area that you'd like to get on the wait list for? I'll show you how to do that. Go to Booth Sites. You want to select your area. Then scroll down. Now, if it's listed in green, that means there are time slots available. But if it's listed in blue, that means all time slots are taken. Snooze Restaurant is a hot spot in Denver. And just to see what happens, I'm going to put our troop on the wait list for an upcoming booth slot at Snooze. Saturday, February 20th would be good. So I'll click on that date. There's only one other troop on the wait list. Click on the Notify Me if Slots Open button right here, just once. You'll see it'll change to say Stop Notifying Me. When you click on this button, then eBuddy will send you an email if any one of these slots open up for this location. Do keep in mind, it's a first come, first served basis for signing up for a slot that opens up. So you see there's another troop besides yours waiting. So that gives you a 50-50 chance if any one of those slots are released, you'll receive that notification email from eBuddy, and then you'll need to either go into eBuddy or into the troop app to claim the open slot. Back to the dashboard. Note that you're not going to see that booth slot that you waitlisted for on your calendar. You'll only see it pop up here if a slot becomes available and you're the first troop to grab that open slot. Adding your troop to the waitlist for hotspot booth locations is a good idea because really you have nothing to lose, and you might get lucky in getting a location that you really want that'll work out well for your troop. The reason why it's important to do a booth release, and I'm going to go ahead and release this other booth too so that I'm not keeping it from an actual real troop, is because customers, the general public especially, go to that cookie finder search engine, which is available on our website, to look for cookies. And that means they can put in their zip code, find a booth in their area, and will drive out to that booth to buy cookies from girls. If they go to a location where there is supposed to be a booth sale and there are no Girl Scouts there, it's really disappointing for them. And I'll be honest with you all, we do get calls at council from customers letting us know that they went out to a booth location excited to get their Girl Scout cookies and there were no Girl Scouts there selling. So in order to keep that cookie finder up to date, it's important for troops to release booths that they know they're not going to be able to attend. And the sooner you can do that, the better. And obviously, since I've shown you the wait list, an extension to that logic is if you've got a really choice booth location and something comes up and you know that your troop is not going to be able to work that booth, it's great if you can release it because if other troops are on the wait list, then it gives them an opportunity to work the booth. All right, next up, let's just take a quick look at a couple of key things regarding My Sales booths. If your troop is new this year and you haven't set up any My Sales booth sites locations, let me just walk you through the steps really quickly. My Sales booth sites are most commonly at popular restaurants, shops, and other businesses in your area. As a TCM or another key volunteer in your troop, you would approach the manager of that restaurant or business and ask for permission for your troop to have a booth at their location on a particular day, time, what have you. Once you have that permission from the business owner, what you would do is go into eBuddy, Booth Sites, and then you want to click on My Sales, and then Add Location. You'll see this window pop up, And you're going to want to type in the name of the business, the address, make sure that's correct. City, state, zip code is especially important because that ties back into that cookie finder search engine. So you want to make sure the zip code is correct. Then the name of the manager of the business, their phone number and email, the date you're having your booth, start and end time. Once you've entered your information for the booth site, you're going to click on Add, and your request for approval for that My Sales site will go in for approval. The approval here will be done by either your service unit cookie manager or another area key level volunteer who approves My Sales sites. Once it's approved, you'll get a notification and you'll see a reason in here typed in for the approval or possible denial. The most common reason for a denial of a My Sales booth is that there's already another troop having a My Sales booth at that location, which is why we ask troops to go through this approval process for My Sales locations. Namely, I mean, there's a number of reasons, but namely, it's also to help service unit managers or key area volunteers kind of track who's where and to try and eliminate as many conflicting booth locations as possible. All right, so if I wanted to go in and cancel a My Sales site for my troop, I'd go back to booth sites, go into My Sales. Once this is actually officially approved, it would show as green. I think this looks a little bit different because I have a council view in eBuddy, not a troop view. I could go back and let's say, oh, I signed that up, but now, there we go. But now I know our troop isn't going to be able to do it, so I would go ahead and cancel the site. Now, why would that be important for me to do? Again, it goes back to that cookie finder. The customers and the general public especially use to find booth locations so that they can buy Girl Scout cookies from girls. In order to keep that cookie finder search accurate, it's just a best practice for troops to either release a council booth or to cancel a My Sale booth location if they know they're not going to be able to make that sale. That way we don't have people showing up at a booth location and then them being disappointed that there are no Girl Scouts with a booth, and that means no cookies. If you have any questions about booth selections, contact the service unit cookie manager in your area. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to check out the description box. There are links to a couple of great booth resources.